What up? Welcome back to Cool Kid TCG. Have a matchup today of Blue Yellow Nami into Blue Purple Luffy. Lost the dice roll. We are going second. Playing my good friend Miguel. He's gonna mull his hand. This is my opening hand. I'm thinking about keeping it. It has Red Rock. I run 2 Red Rocks. I feel like Red Rock's a huge, important clutch card in the matchup for getting rid of the Katakuris. So I'm gonna keep that. It also has the Teach, which I'm intrigued by. It has a Nami blocker. But other than that, it doesn't have too much going on. So I kind of just like some of the pieces here, like the veggie, the 2 veggies. I kind of don't like that I have them. Even though they are 2Ks, I'd rather see them in life, hopefully. But yeah, we did lose the dice roll. We are going second. So he starts off. He taps 1. Dawn passes. We go to our 7 Dawn turn. My 2 Dawn turn. I was thinking the 7 cost Gravity Blade. We're just gonna tap 2 for the Teach. He's gonna swing a big number. I think this is 9 in the life. We'll take. We got our Sanji. We're kind of starting to set our hand up. We have the Sanji. We have the Teach ready to go. We can stack something. We go to our 4 Dawn turn, and we are at 7 cards in hand. So we're gonna swing 6 life, and he's going to give us a 2K. Now I'm gonna tap 2 for the Hiyori. And I'm going to stack a Gravity Blade on life. The reason being is I don't think Gravity Blade is going to be a strong card in this matchup because he's going to play a lot of big kaiju. But it can come in handy if he plays a Bond Clay down. So I'm anticipating a Bond Clay. And I think that having that life with that Gravity Blade will definitely be a way to get rid of that Bond Clay. He's going to swing 7 life. And I don't want to take this because I don't want to waste the Gravity Blade I just stacked. So I'm going to Leader Effect, pitch the Jozu, become 7K Leader, and pitch another Jozu. Now he taps 4 for the Bond Clay. He gets to ramp an Active Dawn. And then tap 1 for a Carrot that allows him to range the top 3 in any order on top or bottom. The secondary effect is essentially he can trash it and becomes a 1K counter for the battle. So he does have the Bond Clay now. So we are set up next turn to hit the Gravity Blade trigger to get rid of that. And also at the same time, if we don't play anything, the worst he can copy is 3K. So he probably wouldn't swing it. So he probably swing Leader first. So now we go to our 6 Dawn turn. We can tap 5 for a Nami, but I think I'd rather save that for 7 Dawn. So potentially set up the Sanji better. I think the move here is let's swing a big 8 into life. He's going to have to give us 2K, 1K, or take a hit. We swing this and then we tap 3. He trashes the Carrot to get 1K counter, and then gives 2 1Ks. We did get a lot of cards out of hand. Now we tap 3 for the Boa blocker, and again, his Bond Clay can only copy up to 3,000 power, so he's going to swing Leader first. We're going to be able to get rid of that Bond Clay with the Gravity Blade trigger we set up. Now he's going to tap 8 for the Katakuri blocker. He gets to ramp Arrested Dawn. He doesn't have that many cards in hand, but next turn he's going to start Leader effecting, so he can start recouping. And here's where we can just Red Rock the Katakuri right away. We have 2 extra Dawn. We'll swing 7 life after the fact. So we do that, get rid of that Katakuri. Now we can swing 7 life. He takes, no trigger. We get to draw, and then he passes. So now he's going to start doing Leader effect. He's essentially going to be drawing 2 per turn, and he just drew a 2K Usohachi. He gets to arrange top or bottom in any order he likes. So he can start hitting potentially Sanji's. Yeah, he's at 10 Dawn now. We are at 2 life. We don't have anything on board. He swings 6 life. We're just going to pitch the Kikanoju and become a 7K leader. We don't have anything we can swing really on board other than Teach. He's going to tap 8 for another Katakuri, and then he's going to tap 1 for a Carrot. He gets to range the top 3, top or bottom again, but he puts it at the bottom. But he has a really strong blocker, so we've used our Red Rock. We only have 1 more Red Rock in the deck, so he immediately got that back. And then now here's where, like, I can play the Nami blocker down, but I'm just thinking about what to do here. I feel like I need to start playing some bodies. He wants to check my trash. So I think what I'm going to do here is I'm going to swing 6 life and see what he does. He just trashes the Carrot. Now I'm going to use Effective Teach to stack the Nami on top. We'll tap 9 for the Sanji to play the Nami blocker. We get to draw 3, trash 2, or excuse me, top or bottom deck 2. It's not the most ideal play. We're just talking about that right now. It's not the most ideal play, but it was. I mean, I got 2 bodies out. It would have been cooler to hit a Jozu, a Big Mom, or definitely the Kid, but we're going to get the blocker out. We're going to put the cards back on top, and we're going to pass. We were just talking about because now I was telling him, like, when we matched, I was kind of bummed out because like the way I built my deck is basically just a worse version of his deck. I'm trying to hit the 9-cost Sanji, but he's got a natural innate way to do it. So now the secret of my deck is kind of revealed to him. So that's kind of what we're just talking about. But he's going to draw a Zoro Juro off of his leader ability. At least that's what it's showing. He's going to stack the cards back on top. He's going to draw for turn now. And yeah, he just has the category blocker, but that is the big body. He's going to swing 7 life. Thinking about what to take, whether to pitch for leader ability. I have to pitch 2 cards. We're going to leader ability, pitch a Jozu, become 7k, and then pitch the 1k Nami. Now he's going to swing 9 life. We'll give him the Boa blocker, and he's going to red rock our Sanji. So not ideal, but he didn't 9-cost Sanji that turn. He has 2 Dawn standing, 2 life, 3 cards in hand. And then here's where like it would be nice to have a 9-cost Sanji. We could stack the kid on top and hit that into that, but we don't have it right now. We can swing the Nami. We also have that he has that Katakuri blocker. Like he could potentially turn some cards sideways. So we're gonna swing 7 life. See what he does. He could just turn the Katakuri sideways, at which point maybe I attack with the Nami, but maybe not. But he's just going to give a 2k, and then we're going to tap 8 for the kid. We get to draw a card off of it, and now we get to cycle. We'll pitch the Boa blocker. So yeah, now we're in a relatively decent spot. We have 3 bodies. We could potentially go for game next turn. Potentially, he's going to draw Usohachi. He's frustrated because he can't find Sanji. It's funny that I found more Sanjis than him. But yeah, we go to 10 Dawn turn. He's got the Katakuri. And I don't have a ton of cards in hand. I want to say like 4 or 5. But he's going to swing 6 life, and I'm going to leader ability, pitch the Boa, become 7k. And now he's going to swing 8 life. Think about whether to take. We'll take. No trigger. He taps 9 for a 9 mom. He's going to put my Nami to the bottom of the deck. He gets to heal. He gets to ramp an active Dawn back, and he gets to restand his Katakuri due to Katakuri's effect. So now the idea here is we can't go for game anymore because we lost a body. And even then, he has 1 non-standing, probably for a Gum Gum Giant. He doesn't have a ton of cards in hand, so we can't put a ton of pressure on, but we can put some pressure on. I think the move here is we play the 7 Mom, but we can stack a Veggie with the Teach. So I think the move here is to save 7 Dawn. We're going to swing 8 with life, so that way, like the Katakuri, he can't just turn the Katakuri sideways, unless we're putting Dawn on leader. But first, we're just going to do the effect. Here's where I get in my head a little bit. You do the effect of Teach first, because I'm afraid that he could like Gravity Blade away that Teach, but then he takes the life, and I'm like, I'm choosing not to draw. And he goes, oh, can you do that? I was like, actually, I hope I can. I hope I can choose when I get to draw. And it says you can draw up to 1. So I think we're doing this by the rules that I could choose not to draw there. And then I stack the top life, and then I'm going to swing 9 life. And then end of turn, we're cycling with the kid. And we passed it back to him. So not the most ideal way to do that. I probably should have swung the 8 first and see what he did, and just not worried about whether he got like an interesting trigger on the Teach. I think I was way too in my head about that. But yeah. Now we're in an interesting spot. We have 2 big bodies. He has 1 life. He does have the blocker, but he's going to swing 6 life. Thinking about whether to pitch, which I will. Pitch the Nami, become 7k. Now he's going to start swinging at the kid, which I don't like. He's going to swing 9. I'm thinking I have to give him a 1. I'll give him a 1k. The reason I'm countering out is because he can kill the kid only if he doesn't play 9-cost Sanji or like 9-cost Mom. Because if he puts 1 down on the Katakuri, I'm going to give this last card of counter. He will get my entire hand, but he can't do both. He can't kill it and also play a 9-cost Sanji. So that's why I'm countering out now, because I want him to make a choice whether he wants to kill it or to play 9-cost Sanji. He's going to put 1 Dawn on it and swing 9 and a 9, which I can counter out if he got my entire hand. But now if he plays, which he does, he plays 9-cost Sanji into 9-cost Mom. He gets to pitch a card, heal. He's gonna put my teach to the bottom, and then pass with a blocker standing. And here's where I'm just gonna put a ton of pressure on him. He has no Dawn standing. I can play the Kikanoju down, but I think it's just better in hand having a card to pitch for counter. I'm just thinking about this number. I'm just gonna swing my board out, swing big numbers, hopefully eat his hand down, hopefully make him use that Katakuri blocker, get it down to 0 life, and then potentially survive the next turn and go for game. So that's kind of the idea. We'll swing 8 life. He has 2 cards in hand, and again, no stunning damage. We get to draw a card, and now we're just gonna put the rest of the dong on, swing big numbers with the big mom and the kid. So we swing, this is 11 life, I believe. And then we're going to swing 13 after that. He takes, now we swing 13. And he's going to, he has, again, no standing Dawn. He's going to give the Katakuri blocker, and then he's just going to let it die. So we succeeded in getting the blocker end turn. We get to draw a cycle. We'll pitch the Kikanoju. So we've got him down to 0 life, and now we're at the point where he has 4 swings, and we have 4 life. So as long as we have like one body to swing, potentially, like he could play some blockers down and make it tough. But we can try to go for game next turn. We put him in an interesting spot. He can't just like 9 cost Sanji into 9 cost Mom again, I don't think. Actually, he could. He's going to swing 9 into the 9. And here's what I'm just thinking, because he has 2 more 9k swings. I can counter out of 2 of them. And the reason, but that would take my entire hand. The reason I want to do so is because then he'll get into an interesting spot where, again, he can't 9 cost Sanji and kill, or like 9 cost Mom and kill my 7 cost Mom. So at least I'll have that. So I'll give the 1k there. He's going to swing 9 into it again. I'll give another 1k. He still has a 9k swing, and like I said, he can easily kill my kid now with swinging 9 into it. But now to kill my big mom, he's going to take 2 Dawn, and then he can't play 9 cost Mom or something along those lines. So he does go swing into it, so he's not playing the 9 cost Mom. He's going to tap 5 for a Nami blocker. Allows him to draw 3, put 2 on the top or bottom. And he's going to put it on the bottom. And then he's going to tap 1 for a carrot. Again, range the top 3, and that can become a 1k counter. And then he's going to pass it back with 2 Dawn standing. And yeah, we don't really have a good... We drew the Jozu. The only really play we have is we can play the Jozu down, bounce the Hiyori back to our hand, bounce that Nami back to his hand, and then swing like 10 or 9. But like he's definitely going to be able to counter that, especially with the standing Dawn. But at least we're swinging and eating and making him use either the Gum Gum Giants or some counter. So we do that. He gives the carrot blocker plus 3 1Ks, and then we pass. So yeah, he can't kill us this turn unless he has a rusher. And even then, we might be able to counter out of like the leader swing. He's going to grab a Gum Gum Giant, so we know he has one. Again, he's down to 0 life. But we're in an interesting spot. We're in a good spot, I think, where like we can potentially swing for game. As long as he doesn't 9 cost Mom. If you 9 cost Mom, you can put our Jozu to life and then also heal. That's probably going to be GG's. He swings 6 life, we'll take, and it's a Veggie that we stack, so one of his 9 moms cannot attack. And he's just going to hard cast the 9 moms, so we lose the Jozu, and he's going to heal. And at this point, I think it's GG's pretty much. We know he has a Gum Gum Giant too that he searched off of leader effect. He doesn't swing the other 2, keeps them standing. And we're at 4 life. So I think the move here is let's just tap 8 for the kid. Let's burn that life. We get to draw, and then we're going to put 2 on and swing 7 life. This is easily counter out with a 2K, or you can give like he's going to give the gear 2, go plus 3. And we're going to cycle with the kid and pitch the big mom and pass. So now he's used 3 big moms. He could easily kill the kid, but hopefully he doesn't have a 4th big mom. Yeah. He has 4 swings, 4 big bodies plus leader, so he could really go push hard for game. but I think we're probably going to be able to counter out a 1 swing. We do have a 2K in hand. And all the cards that he stacked are 1Ks in life. So we don't know. The only card we don't know is the top life. What I'm hoping, I think the only path I have for victory is one of his swings goes and kills the kid. And then I'm assuming he's going to play like a blocker. Like maybe that Nami blocker that I've bounced back to his hand. I have to find a Nojiko and just bounce that and swing a big number. But he does play tap 5 for the Nami. He gets to draw 3. Put 2 on the top or bottom. He's going to put them on the bottom. Yeah, still has 5 standing Dawn. He's going to swing 6 life. I'm just going to take because I'm looking for that Nojiko. We don't get the Nojiko. And then we're just going to take all the lives now at this point. And he's going to pass, I think, with what? 2 of them standing. And we top deck the Nojiko. He does have 5 Dawn standing. So, like, we really don't have a, like, he's just going to be able to Gum Gum Giant Bar. Tap 2, and we're going to swing 8 plus 5, 13 for life. He's like, dude, I have 2 Gum Gum Giants. Do you want to do this? I'm like, nah, dude, you got it. So all things considered, I think I played this about as best as I could. It sucks to get 9 Mom like 3 turns in a row, or like, but like that's how the deck works. So I can't really complain too much. Ultimately, his deck kind of does what my deck's trying to do, but just better. But again, I think I played this particular match about as good as I could have played it. Let me know in the comments if I could have did differently. Really appreciate you guys, and see you next time.